Hello, Michael. Please give an introduction about yourself.
Yes, as you said, my name is Michael. Yeah, I joined the real world, and I was in Ecom campus because I'm interested in it, and I had previous business ventures where I have raised for my startup in I have raised $300,000 for my startup. It's a mental health help platform. You can Google it, speak.help. Also, in Ecom, I made like not dropshipping, e-commerce store. I have my 3PL. 3PL. How does it called actually? Sklad, where the fulfillment center where I have my products. So I have the profit for this month already is $10,000, and the real world helped me with TikTok organic in very special way because I have made like similar affiliate marketing program as the real world for my product. So I have used TikTok organic mixed with affiliate program. I just copied it, and with this like mix, I have made like a huge progress, and right now I'm in the way of optimizing it. So I think this is the way.
Cool. I would like to know, how comes you decided to make a mental health platform? What was the reasoning for that?
It was a long journey. When I was like 17 years old, I was applying to United States like universities, and I needed some a product which will help people. Like I don't know, maybe I need to clean the garbage on the streets. Like I need to do some project for people. Yeah, and I chose to make a mental health platform in Russia because in there are not so many of them and they have some problems. So I tried to make myself. I have done an MVP. Then I applied to Startup Accelerator in Russia, where I was working with them, and they helped me with the money so to grow my platform. I applied there, and the investors invested in me.
Okay, but you're saying that was from a few years ago that all started. How old are you now, if you don't mind saying?
I'm 20. I'm 20 years old.
Okay, I thought older, so not that long ago. Okay.
Yeah. I was applying. In the end, when I saw some kind of success with my first business venture, I thought like, why do I need to go to the university on the like business faculty? And I prefer to stay in Russia and learn more about business on real projects because the universities wouldn't teach it. And I think the real world is the best accumulator of knowledge in the internet because in there are so many useful stuff which I use sometimes.
Okay, and we can transition to that then. How different are the resources and the learning material within the real world compared to what you could have found out on the internet?
It depends on a business you're running, actually. For example, I don't want to say something bad about the real world because it's very useful stuff in there, so many of them. But I was doing TikTok organic, and TikTok organic isn't finished enough, I think, of knowledge because I learned way more in the internet about TikTok organic. In there, like a base stuff, because the professors don't really think that it's a good stuff, but TikTok organic is a king because it's a cash machine if you know how to film good movies with a product. But for example, UGC campus is a really good thing. I learned how to speak on camera better for an audience because before that I was like shy of the camera actually. So
Okay.
like this.
Just to summarize, you said for TikTok organic stuff, you can find some better things on the internet, but then UGC things, so the content creation part, is something potentially you wouldn't have found?
No, UGC is really good in there in the
Mhm.
real world, but TikTok organic, how to film like stuff is not fully like I think finished of information. In there, not
Okay.
enough information in my opinion, because I have
Okay.
found in the internet even more
Okay,
information
yeah,
which could be added in there. It's
that's fine. And then, so far you've just gone through the e-commerce campus, that section of it, and the content creation part, right? The content
hmm
creation campus. Those have
hmm
been the main two campuses you have used.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, got it.
That's a really good combination to start e-commerce.
Mhm.
hmm
Fair enough. How much experience did you actually have then with that section of your business, the e-commerce part of it, before you joined the real world?
So I want to separate this experience into two parts. The first part is websites, because I'm really good at websites, building websites for my mental health platform. And there is other part is chain supplies, all this logistics. I was new to this, completely new, so I have to do everything myself, search information, also find 3PL, find where also to sell, and it's my first experience with real products. For example, this is my
Mhm.
product. It's so like this, I think. Sorry for my English because it's not
No,
my
no, no.
first
All good,
language
all good.
which I'm using.
All good. Cool. And what was the reason then for you actually joining the real world? What were you expecting when you first got into it? And yeah, why did you decide to join?
Mm, I decided to join. Actually, I joined when in the Hustlers University when Andrew Tate was posting videos in the first version. It was really good actually. The basics of business from him was really good. Do you remember that when he was like in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
home telling
You
all
know,
this?
Arno
Yeah,
has breakdowns of those videos.
yeah,
Have you seen
yeah,
in the
yeah.
Ecommerce
Arno,
campus?
yeah, I have seen them. It's really good stuff.
Mhm.
It's so it was like 4 years ago, as far as I remember, the
Maybe
first Hustlers
3. I
University.
think it began around 2021, maybe mid 2021, start of 2021. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
S- s- yeah.
And you said you saw those videos, so that was when you joined, or did you end up joining later?
I joined the real world, I think, about 1 year ago. 1 year ago, yeah, I joined 1 year ago. I was
Mhm.
just looking for some content, for some knowledge. I wasn't really pushing too hard for e-commerce. It was like I started e-commerce like 1 month ago. Before that, I was working heavily on my mental health platform. I have already
Mhm.
there like 250 psychologists working. So I was growing this business, and now I am started being interested in e-commerce because I found really good strategy for marketing. Again, I I copied completely the market strategy from the real world because it's so good. Just having so many affiliates and posting
Mhm.
it in like short form copy. It's a good thing to make it grow.
Okay. Got it. And did you use anything from the real world for your mental health platform, or was that all completely separate?
Unfortunately, it was completely separate.
Yeah. You say unfortunately, that's again completely fine. You don't need to apply everything. Uh, okay. And then what would you say, what was the biggest challenge then when you actually implementing lessons from the real world? What kind of challenges did you face?
What challenges did I face?
Mhm.
I faced only one challenge because the geopolitical challenge, I couldn't use the Shopify. So I have to do on my Russian platforms all the integrations with other 3PLs, all the suppliers. So I have to do all the system myself. I didn't have the Shopify again, which was doing everything for you.
Mhm.
So also I started from the start with ready product. I built a product. I didn't have like any opportunity to have drop shipping store. So I ordered the stock, like first 1,000 pieces of my product, and sold it in 1 month. And I think I was kind of lucky, but also I think I have some good knowledge how to start a business. Anyway.
Okay, cool. Let's see. What else do we have then? How different would you say your average day was before you joined the real world? Has it changed at all now?
I don't think so, because my all this journey with self-development started when I was 16 years old, 100 kilograms overweight, and I think it's all started with the first Tate video, where he was speaking like Tate speech or what he had. Like it was 4 years ago, and I started listening to him. I lost over 27 kilograms in 3 months. Yeah, and started learning business, working out, and all. That's all.
Damn, super solid. 27 kilograms in 3 months. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Okay, and what else do we have? I would like to know a bit more about your mental health platform. So far, you said you raised 300K for it from investors. How comes the investors were interested in it? What potential did they see in the platform?
Yeah, it's very easy because these investors were in a startup accelerator. I joined the startup accelerator. I had my pitch deck. I had everything. So I went on a pitch day. I was speaking in front of the audience as usual. All the startup guys who are pitching investors. I was doing the same thing actually. The main key difference in my platform was that I made everything inside my platform, that so people could watch the video, chat inside the platform. Everything was built in, so you didn't have to go to the WhatsApp, other web services. So it was inside. And also the key difference of my competitors was I have a test before matching psychologists. Like for example, BetterHelp. They give you only one psychologist, and you don't have any it wasn't as fast as people need with mental health problems. They need in 5 minutes a psychologist, but for example, BetterHelp, you can just log in. You have a therapist only in 24 hours, but on my platform, people could just pay right now, and they have a psychologist right now. So everything was fast and automated.
Yeah, for sure, that's needed. Yeah. Have you seen what kind of improvements have you seen in people then after having gone through your platform?
The improvements, it's normal for mental health improvements. Like they just speak with a therapist, and they get some homework. They work on their problems, and step by step they just become more free out of their some kind of complexes, childhood traumas, but like this. But it's a very difficult business actually, mental health, because usually these people don't have any money who are with mental health problems. They're not the strongest, not strong, not wealthy enough. Unfortunately, no. It's in Russia. I'm speaking about Russian market, because in USA it's just some kind of normalized to be mentally unhealthy, and I think it's not good for society at all.
Interesting. Okay. And where do you see the mental health platform for you then scaling in future? What are you planning to do? As in, what are your future plans with it?
My future plans actually to close it. That's why I
Oh, wow.
started e-commerce. Yeah, because I have also some people who started copying my product, my platform, because it started becoming successful, and they have a really big venture capital. if I raise like 300,000, they have raised like 3 million. It's huge sums of money because the market is fully like there are not that many competitors. And when I'm speaking about the competitors which are coming on the market, it's a government companies already. So they have huge potential, and I mean in resources potential, like in human resources and like money. They have shitloads of money, and I don't see like in 2 years my company. So I thought, let's just find a new business and start doing it before
Oh wow.
everything will be closed. So
Mhm.
unfortunately, it's the market.
So it's more like you will still try to keep it up, but you just
Yeah,
don't see because of the competition, there's government and everything like that. You're not too certain about the future, so you want to have a backup plan
yeah,
just in case. But you still will
yeah.
try to go as far as you
I
can
will
with it.
try. Yeah, I'll try. Right now I'm trying to go like B2B more, not B2C.
Mhm.
But also there is a big problem with B2B in Russia that why do we need buy mental health services when we can change a person also? And it's completely like normal logic. Like why do I need to care about my employees' mental
Employee.
health problems when I can just change them? And it's even easier and cheaper. So I think it's the Russian market is completely different from the American market because
Mhm.
in United States completely normal to have mental health problems. In Russia it's not, and nobody cares about other people mental health problem. So I think it's going to be all about government. It's going to be even cheaper because it's government money, and it's going to be free for some people.
I wonder how many of your therapists actually speak English, because maybe you could outsource it to the US market potentially and just have it as a cheaper alternative to, because I'm sure in America, like it's insane prices. Whereas since you're in Russia, you'd be able to charge cheaper. Maybe you could even niche it in a way where something to do with like Russian mental health is like better treatment than US. I don't know. Maybe that's some kind of marketing angle there. Like, is that not a possibility, or does that cause regulation issues?
There is also geopolitical problems. I tried to open an LLC in Delaware, like online. I have opened it, but when this Ukraine Russia Ukraine war started, my LLC was closed because I'm the owner of this LLC and I'm Russian. This is the problem.
Wow.
So yeah, that was the main problem. But right now, what I currently see on the United States market, mental health is a huge issue in there, but also there is monopolies on the market like BetterHelp and all other kind of mental health platforms. And to be successful, you need to create something new in this
Mhm.
field. But my platform didn't really have much difference to have like huge growth, because to have a huge growth you need huge marketing. And
Mhm.
I think BetterHelp already took over all the marketing in the United States, because you can see like almost every YouTuber just promotes BetterHelp, 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 all this stuff. I was thinking about United States market, but currently, I don't say that I burned out from this business because it's really hard business, and you know the even the LTV of a customer is big. But for example, the cost of a customer for me right currently is $300, and and uh, the profit I get from this customer is only like $400 in a span of half a year. So this $300 just stuck for a half a year. So just for me, it's better to do e-commerce right now. So the money is moving faster, and I get
Mhm.
more profit because like to have a huge profit in mental health field, you need to have a huge amount of money, and you have to put it very hard into marketing.
Mm-hmm. All right. That was interesting insights, though. Thank you for sharing all of that. Didn't realize that so much of that goes on in the background of something like mental health platforms.
Yeah.
Okay. And in general, then, where do you see life heading for you in the short term, medium term, and long term? What plans do you have?
The plans I have right now, I think I'll go all in e-commerce because I see a huge potential in there, especially when I think this all stuff which happened to Russia is actually good for business, because I see all this how e-commerce grow in like United States, for example, and when Russia is cut out from the United States, you can just copy a product from the United States and use it in Russia. It's completely good strategy because, for example, have you heard about Type's chocolate
No.
in the United States? Okay, it's a sex chocolate which gone viral, and I completely copied it and made it in Russia. And this the copy of it, and it's
Mhm.
sold out in the first month. And I copied the strategy of the real world in Russia,
Mhm.
and it's super viral thing. Like I can just right now copy paste with all kind of products which are viral like right now in other parts of the world.
That completely makes sense. So, good job on capitalizing on that. Very good idea. And yeah, then it's just a matter of how much work you're willing to put in, because you can churn through a lot of products at this point uh, with everything that's going on. So, again, very cool idea. And now, I guess we can wrap up then with a final question. So, for people who are unsure about joining the real world because they're thinking it could be a scam for the $50, what advice would you have to them?
Ah, actually, I don't get it when people think that losing $50 is a real thing. But for $50, you can get like shitloads of information which is concentrated in one platform. You don't have to search all the internet. All the business knowledge stuff you can get in the real world. Like me personally, who like raised not more than exactly $300,000 for my startup. Even I like search all the business knowledge stuff in the real world. So I don't get it when people say this, like $50 and I will lose it. No, you can even save up from the lunches, like when your parents give it to you some money for a lunch, you can save like I don't know if your parent give like $20 a day, you can in 3 days buy a subscription.
All right. And actually, there is one more question. Considering your unique perspective, in Russia, is it still fairly traditional values with male and female, or no at this point? Okay. So
Completely. Yeah, yeah.
just to add on before you continue, so to you, this seems completely normal what Andrew Tate is saying, but to people in the West, it's like crazy. It's like, how could he say this? How could he say this? So yeah, from
Yeah, it's completely
this,
normal. It's completely normal. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, do add more then, because your view on Tate is completely different to other people's because it completely makes sense because of your upbringing and culture. But to other people, it doesn't make sense. That's why when he, let's say, promotes a platform for $50, you're fine joining it. You're completely fine trying it, and you're not thinking, this could be a scam. But then other people who are completely different culture, like indoctrinated by media or whatever else you want to call it, they think he's a bad person, so he must be scamming people. That's their mindset. Anything to
You
add
know,
for you? More of that?
sorry for interrupting you, but
Yeah.
currently I'm studying like religions, and I found one common stuff in all like Quran and Christianity. When people are open to the God, He will drive you through the road. Like people will be ready to consume the information from Him. The same with the real world. If you're open, for example, to Tate with your mind, and you have the same, like even inside but closed by society, this beliefs, values, you'll be open. So I don't think so that we need to like really promote it, like you should join, but if you're ready, you'll join.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, did I say it correctly?
Yeah,
But
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah,
It's the same as with self-improvement. Like you can't force someone to improve themselves. At some point, they just decide they're tired with their shit lives and they need a change,
yeah,
and then they start seeking advice and other things from people and like looking for people to try help them. So I guess it's similar in this case, where if you're not
yeah,
actually looking to change your life, you probably won't really care about Tate's message or the real world. But when things
yeah,
really get rough, however it happens, then you'll start seeking it out and find it. I guess that's the best way to paraphrase. For people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
well, they can just write me in Instagram actually. Just
Mhm.
my Instagram is wait a minute, Misha Pheromone. I can write right now actually. It's
Send it to me after, and I'll add it to the description of the video so people can check that.
I'll send you in the real world. Okay.
Okay, okay. And yeah, it will be. I'll add it to the description of the video so anyone who's interested can check that. And yeah, wait, you said Misha? Is
Yeah,
that the way
Misha
you say it?
Pheromone. It's like a soft way of speaking, like not Mikhail, but Misha. It's a shorter way. It's on Russian. Like Misha and
Okay, I
Mikhail,
didn't
it's
realize
like
that.
the same
Okay,
thing.
cool, cool. So I'll end off by saying, Misha, thank you for coming on and sharing your experience with the real world. And we
Yes,
can do
thank
a
you.
follow up in the future at some point if you want to document your progress. But yeah, appreciate you sharing your insights, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Yeah, thank you very much.